Hi everyone and welcome back to stage 2 of the huge big venue or church floral designing. When the space calls for something big, get yourself a drink of water and rehydrate, because we are going to have a mammoth session here, and I hope I'm managing to knock off anything that you are still needing to know about how easy this is. Okay, so we got up to a little bit of a space in there, and I've got one last piece of eucalyptus, and I'm just going to place that into there and wedge that all the way down into your design, just to make sure, yes, look at that, that fills that hole beautifully. So what we've done on this side, we've done on this side. I'll do the floral ballet waltz around this design as we get into it. So there we have our lovely structure. We've got some hydrangea down there, equal distance between those. This is the bit that I love the best. Okay, let's put in some more artificial. You can either put in artificial or you can put in fresh. So I've got this lovely blush hydrangea because I need to put some colour into this now. So I'm just going to bring one of those over to there, another one down into there, and I'm going to bring that up and over to there. Exactly the same way as we put these big hydrangeas in. We're just stepping things up just a little bit further now. So you can see all of a sudden with what looked like there wasn't any room, we've actually still got the room there, because now we can start putting in our flowers, and those spaces were for a reason. The next thing I want to bring in is, you might have some garden roses. I'm going to bring one into there. That can just fall out there. Because I've done that there, I need to bring another one and put that into there, so that I've now got, and have those so that they fall. The lovely thing about the garden roses is that they do fall just beautifully. So because you've got that there, you've got one on that side. It doesn't matter if it's not, you know, like absolutely absolute, but as long as you've got that visual there, that's all you need to worry about. Right, let's bring in some pink garden roses. So we've got all of the space up here. So let's just bring one of those into there. Let's step that down to one over there, another one over to here, like so, and you might be able to use your other flowers to just give as a little bit of support. Now that's, see that how that's like bending out, it's sort of like falling towards me. I don't want that to do that, so I'm just going to manipulate the system so that it's being just held up by the other forms. Right, let's bring another one down into here. I love this type of designing. Another one down into here. And I've got one more of these. Let's bring, oops, I don't want that one, that's broken. And then let's bring that down and into there. So what's now happening is your eye's hitting that, and it's drifting all the way up to the top rows. How easy is that? Now, if you wanted to make it a bit taller, you can make this look very, very ginormous, and Louie's going to just absolutely have conniptions now because I'm taking it a little bit too high, but it's okay. I'm just going to show you what I mean. So by bringing that, let me just put that around to there. By bringing that way up to there, you can make this even taller, because you've got this lovely stability around down the base here. So whatever happens, you can just keep it going up and up and up and up. Now, if your stem wasn't long enough and you wanted to extend it just a little bit further, this thing here is called, a bamboo stake. So what you can do is you can just bring that up into there like that, and then, oops, I've got to be very careful with what I'm doing here. Get your cable tie, and of course you've got a white flower, so you'd be using, if it's fresh, be very, very careful with how you do this. Just bring that onto your satay stick, onto your bamboo stake, and you can see where I've done that. So I've got a bit there, and then I've just closed it off under there, cut that off because we don't want to see that, and then just keep coming down and just securing the stem of your flower onto your stake, and that is going to give it stability, and it's going to stop it from wiggling around. And you can go as tall as you like. Now, the other little thing that I like to do is, if you're using fresh, is just to get a big wad of some sphagnum moss or some wet paper tissues, and then just bind that around that stem there, and then just tape it up, or just wrap a bit of Glad wrap around it, and that will keep the stem nice and moist, especially if you only need it to be looking beautiful for a couple of hours. Okay, that can go down from there. Now, down here I have some fresh lilies. Let me just quietly just get those out. Take those leaves off, all of those extra leaves. If there's anything that's damaged, just take that off like so. Oh, and look at that. And look what that's going to do into that arrangement. And as I said in part one, people at the church or the venue are way down there, and usually the flowers are way up here. Nobody is going to know whether this is fresh or artificial with your basic structure in place. If you want to cheat the system, this is when you can put fresh flowers into it. And the fragrance of the lily, especially highly fragrant flowers, this is when you can put them into your design, and people will think, oh, the whole thing is artificial. Now, these things here are orchid files, or when you buy orchids, these come with them. I keep all of those. They come at all different sizes. But fill that with water, and then very carefully just push that down into there so that it's getting a drink, and then you can very, very carefully just put your fresh flowers in amongst your artificial, and people will think you're just amazing. Now, where's another one? Right, here's another one. These are great. 2 stems and all of these heads. Now, when you get your flowers, they open up, and you've got all that pollen-laden, horrible little staining stamens is what they are. Take those off and get rid of them, because they will stain not only your flowers but also your hands, the carpet, and any surface that they come near. So just get rid of those at this stage. Okay, so the next one, I'm just going to push that. Oh, hold on. I could make the hole a little bit bigger, but I'm not going to do that. But before I do that, I better just determine where I'm going to put that, and I think that will look lovely there. So just cut everything on the slant like I've done there, and then push that into there, and then that little hole there is where I'm going to put my flowers. You might need to just lift your first lot of flowers up and out of the way. How gorgeous is that? And the whole thing is artificial with just 2 stems of fresh flowers. If you've got your garden roses, you could use those. Now, the other thing I need to tell you about is the back. You can either use fresh or artificial. I like to cheat the system by putting a little bit of fresh in, a little bit of artificial in, and then stuff like the magnolia. This is what I call the way that you can make something look really, really good, and you can save a bit of money just by picking this out of the garden. Now, let me just turn this around, because I need to show you what is happening around here. Let me just turn it around very, very gently, and you will see what is happening at the back of my design. There is a huge big hole. Get your fresh, and then just push that down and into the back. This will give you your stability, and it will also make it rounded. And so you've got that three-dimensional look going on now, but you still need to fill in the back. The great thing about magnolia is this stuff lasts and lasts and lasts out of water. So if you're doing the church flowers or your venue flowers now and they've got to last for a week, this will last for more than a week out of water. So I'm just going to bring another bit into there and then a little bit down into there. And if you wanted to, you could put even bigger stuff through there, but I forgot to bring some into the studio. So there you have that way of, and the other thing that's really important, and this is to do with visual and actual balance, without that, it visually doesn't look balanced. And if you've got too much happening at the front, that can make your design tip over. So filling it up at the back with lots of weighty foliage will ensure that it doesn't tip over. So let's just have a little wee look now. Let's go back and see what we have achieved. Oh, I just love it. So how cool is that? Quick and easy designing. Any questions, don't hesitate to drop me a line to astarsplace@gmail.com. The other thing that you can do is you can follow me on Instagram. And the great thing about Instagram is we can do a live video chat. So if you get stuck, just drop me a direct message or ring me up and I will be there to help you. I hope you've enjoyed this. Next time I see you will be part 3, and let's look at using other flowers and forms from our one basic structure. I hope you've enjoyed this. I've enjoyed sharing it with you, and I'll see you all again another day.